Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have no friends, not because they are unkind or uninteresting, but simply because their inner world operates differently? Society often assumes that friendship is automatic, that if someone has no close companions, there must be something wrong with them. But psychology tells a far more nuanced story. The absence of friends is not always a flaw, a failure, or a social defect. It is often the product of personality traits, past experiences, emotional patterns, and life circumstances interacting over time in complex ways. Some people do not lack friends because they are unlikable. They lack friends because their mind works differently. One of the most misunderstood reasons is introversion. Introverted individuals are not antisocial, they simply process social stimulation differently. Where extroverts feel energized by interaction, introverts often feel drained after even brief social engagements. They are more sensitive to the emotional energy in conversations, the subtle shifts in mood, and the demands of social reciprocity. Over time, maintaining friendships that require frequent communication, meetups, and emotional openness can become overwhelming. The introvert's withdrawal is not a sign of disinterest, but of self-preservation, a need to maintain psychological balance. Outsiders may misinterpret this as coldness, disinterest, or even rejection, but in reality, it is a protective strategy for emotional well-being. Closely related is high sensitivity. Highly sensitive individuals perceive subtleties in tone, expression, and social dynamics that most people miss. This heightened awareness allows them to empathize deeply and connect profoundly, but it also makes social interactions emotionally intense. A minor criticism or an ambiguous look can linger in their mind for days, causing stress or emotional fatigue. Consequently, solitude becomes a refuge rather than a punishment. For sensitive people, social engagement is not always rewarding, it can feel costly. The choice to spend time alone is often a conscious or subconscious strategy to recharge without the emotional toll of continuous interaction. Past emotional trauma also plays a significant role. Individuals who have experienced betrayal, abandonment, bullying, or repeated rejection often develop psychological defenses that are adaptive rather than deliberate. These defenses act as protection mechanisms to prevent further emotional harm. For such individuals, trust is harder to extend, vulnerability feels dangerous, and friendships requiring openness seem threatening. To outsiders, they may appear distant or uninterested. Internally, they are simply protecting old wounds. This self-protective behavior often develops unconsciously, reinforcing a pattern where isolation feels safer than the risk of new emotional pain. Social anxiety is another major factor contributing to having no friends. People with social anxiety experience every interaction as a performance under constant scrutiny. Their attention is focused less on connection and more on self-monitoring. Am I saying the right thing? Do I look awkward? Are they judging me? This heightened self-consciousness makes interactions exhausting and stressful. Over time, the brain associates social engagement with stress rather than reward. Avoidance provides relief, which paradoxically reduces social opportunities. Fewer interactions lead to fewer friendships, reinforcing the perception that connecting socially is difficult or unsafe. This is a self-reinforcing cycle, and it often goes unnoticed by those observing from the outside. Deep independence is another reason some people appear friendless. Psychological independence means relying on oneself for emotional regulation, problem solving, and personal validation. These individuals may not feel a strong need to share experiences or seek emotional support. Relationships may feel unnecessary or even burdensome. Independence is often praised socially, but extreme self-reliance can reduce motivation to maintain friendships. This does not mean the person is incapable of connection, it simply means their emotional system is self-contained. Their fulfillment does not rely on frequent social interaction, and they may be deeply content in their own company. Cognitive differences further explain why some people struggle socially. Individuals who think deeply, question norms, or operate on a reflective level often find surface-level social rituals unsatisfying. Small talk may feel empty or performative. They may struggle to find resonance with peers whose values or intellectual interests differ from their own. Over time, solitude can feel more authentic than forced interaction. Isolation here is not a deficit, it is a choice aligned with their cognitive and emotional needs. Life circumstances quietly shape social outcomes as well. Frequent relocation, demanding work schedules, chronic illness, or caregiving responsibilities can limit the time and energy available for friendships. Relationships require consistency, attention, and emotional availability. When life is focused on survival, responsibility, or personal growth, social bonds may naturally fade. This absence of social contact is often mistaken for indifference or personality flaws, but it is often simply a reflection of limited capacity. Attachment styles formed in early life also influence friendship formation. Individuals with avoidant attachment learn that closeness leads to disappointment or a loss of autonomy. They may enjoy companionship but resist emotional intimacy, maintaining distance to protect themselves. Conversely, those with anxious attachment may crave connection intensely but simultaneously fear rejection or abandonment. This fear may lead them to overthink interactions, become emotionally intense, or withdraw preemptively. Both attachment patterns can result in fewer meaningful friendships, even when the desire for connection exists. Personal growth and life transitions can also create social gaps. People sometimes outgrow their social environments. Values, priorities, and interests evolve, and relationships that were once fulfilling may no longer resonate. During this transition, individuals may experience a period of social emptiness, which is often misinterpreted as loneliness. Psychologically, this phase is a realignment, a recalibration before new connections can form. It is a natural, albeit temporary, part of social evolution. Technology has redefined friendship, sometimes amplifying feelings of isolation. Online interactions can give the illusion of connection without emotional depth. Likes, comments, and short messages may provide surface social satisfaction while deeper connection remains absent. Some individuals consciously withdraw from digital spaces to protect their mental health, which makes their absence more visible and often misunderstood in a hyper-connected world. Cultural expectations also shape perceptions of social behavior. Some cultures prize constant social engagement and extroverted expression. Others respect introspection, privacy, and solitude. A person with a solitary temperament living in a socially demanding culture may feel abnormal or misunderstood, even though their psychological needs are valid. Understanding context is crucial to interpreting the absence of friends accurately. It is essential to distinguish solitude from loneliness. Solitude is chosen, loneliness is painful. Many people without friends are deeply fulfilled by personal growth, creativity, learning, or introspection. They derive satisfaction and meaning independently of social engagement. True psychological health is not determined by social volume but by alignment with one's internal needs and values. When someone wants friends but struggles to form them, self-judgment often emerges. Shame reinforces withdrawal, creating a vicious cycle. The belief, "there is something wrong with me," becomes internalized. This cycle, avoidance leading to isolation, isolation reinforcing negative self-beliefs, and negative beliefs increasing avoidance, is often more damaging than the absence of friends itself. Psychology shows that social patterns are learned, not fixed. Confidence, trust, and social skills can be developed at any stage of life. Awareness, rather than self-criticism, is the first step. When individuals understand their tendencies, they regain agency. Building friendships does not require becoming someone else. Introverts need depth, not frequency. Sensitive individuals need emotional safety. Independent people need autonomy within connection. There is no universal formula for friendship. Quality matters more than quantity. One meaningful relationship can be more psychologically nourishing than dozens of superficial connections. Emotional presence and mutual understanding outweigh constant availability. People who appear friendless are often misunderstood because society equates solitude with failure. In reality, solitude can be a period of reflection, growth, and emotional restoration. Many people emerge from isolation with increased self-awareness, resilience, and clarity about what they want in relationships. Ultimately, having no friends does not define a person's worth, character, or potential. It reflects a complex interplay of personality, experiences, environment, and adaptation. Approaching this through empathy allows us to replace judgment with understanding, for both others and ourselves. Sometimes, having no friends is not a sign of emptiness. It is a sign of a mind that feels deeply, protects itself wisely, and is learning how, and with whom, to connect meaningfully. It is a reflection of resilience, self-awareness, and careful curation of social energy. While society may misinterpret solitude as a deficiency, in reality, it can be a source of growth, insight, and psychological sophistication. By examining the psychology behind social isolation, we gain a better understanding of human complexity. We learn that friendship is not always automatic, that not all social absence is neglect, and that meaningful relationships require alignment with psychological needs. Solitude is not failure, it is often a choice made to preserve integrity, emotional balance, and personal growth. People who navigate life without friends often develop remarkable introspection, creativity, and emotional intelligence. They may cultivate self-reliance, resilience, and a profound understanding of human behavior. When they do choose connections, those relationships are often deeply rewarding, intentional, and sustainable. In conclusion, the absence of friends is not a defect, it is a reflection of inner complexity. It is shaped by temperament, sensitivity, trauma, cognitive style, attachment patterns, life circumstances, and cultural context. Understanding this encourages empathy and shifts our perspective from judgment to insight. People without friends are not failures, they are individuals navigating life thoughtfully, protecting their emotional well-being, and learning the subtle art of connection, because sometimes, having no friends is not emptiness. It is wisdom, depth, self-protection, and preparation for the right connections. And when they do connect, those bonds are often richer and more meaningful than most realize.